Well, the most interesting one of the lot is this farmer, that he was baling hay and he said the bearing in the baler started to scream and make a noise, and he'd been having trouble with it, and he thought, oh no, not this again. So he stopped, put the baler out of gear, dismounted from the tractor and turned round, and the baler had stopped and the noise was still going. And he said, I was trying to come to grips with this for a minute, and he said, then I became aware of a shadow and looked up, and he said I was under a big saucer, he called it, and he said going from the length of the bale and the tractor would have been 90 feet in diameter. And it was kind of, and as he's flown in aircraft and he gets his crops done, he knows when an aircraft's about to stall, and he thought, shit, this thing's going to drop on me. And he ran out the side of the paddock, out from underneath it, looking up, and he said looking up under it, it kind of came in and went up just dark, you couldn't see anything. But the most remarkable part was, you know, on merry-go-rounds at shows, they have the horses, and they have, it's that wide, they've got these little wooden lats. Have you noticed them? They're nailed to it so you don't slip over.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They're about inch and a half by half an inch. And then there's a gap and there's another one. They're all around the edge. Well, he said that's what it looked like underneath, but there were two rows of them. If you blinked, you could see one row, which was rotating very fast, but the other one wasn't. And it was rotating in the opposite direction, but very slow. You could see it quite plainly. And he said as it moved slowly along, it kind of came up like that, but there was a piece sticking up out of the top, like a dome, and round the bottom of the dome appeared to be a black seal of some kind. That's what he took it to be, like a weather sword or something. And he said the dome had it like a church door in it with an arched top, but no windows that he could see, and no handle on the door or anything. And he said on what he took to be the rear of it, there was slight protrusions that he would call rudders. And two big round holes, and he said there was shimmering heat coming out of one, and the other one, there were little spurts of flame coming out of it, and he gained the impression that one engine wasn't working, you know, because one disc wasn't spinning. And then, as he cleared it, he said the most remarkable thing of all, there was a Cessna aeroplane stuck to the side of it.
The whole aeroplane? The
whole aeroplane, yeah. He said the aeroplane, the tops of the wings were flat against the side of it, and the tail was kind of hanging down, a bit clear of the edge. And he said there were no chains or ropes or anything like that visible. And I think he said there was some oil running down the side of the Cessna, and he thought this may have been ingested if there was an air intake underneath or something, because heat and flame coming out would suggest air burning, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Combustion
and anyhow, he scratched the registration number on the tractor with a nail, and he said, next time I come up, I'll give you the number. And he did. It's written down at the shop in a book. And the interesting thing is, it was the day following when that plane went missing between Victoria and Tasmania.
Right.
You know, when that one, he rang up and said there were lights around him and all kinds of things. Yeah.
So this would have put it back in around about October 78?
Yes, yeah. And it was the day following it. He said, anyhow, he said, this thing moved off in the direction of where the military manoeuvres were. He said it kind of went over the ridge. He said the last he saw of it with this high-pitched sound.